Rats have learned to use the subway system in New York City. They've also learned how to cross the street, how to steal food, and how to live alongside us humans. And it turns out that rats are doing all these things because of us. Hi, and welcome to this channel. Rats can be found all over the world, but they didn't always live alongside humans or travel via public transit. Rats are native to Eurasia and Africa, where they still live in the wild today. But at some point, they started following humans around because we had food. And we're not talking about your typical field mouse that just sneaks into your pantry once in a while. We're talking about a rodent that has thrived in big cities. For example, there are more than 1 million rats in New York City alone, and rats are showing up in other places too. For example, Australia is currently dealing with a rat infestation. These rats are big, aggressive, and resistant to poison. That's right, rats have developed resistance to poison. The first recorded sighting of rats in Australia was in 1892 when they arrived on an Italian ship. At the time, there were laws against bringing rats ashore, but that didn't stop them. And now, more than 100 years later, we don't know how to stop them. In fact, rats are so good at adapting to new environments that they've become one of the most successful species on the planet. There are more than 2,000 different species of rats, and they've been able to adapt to a wide variety of climates and environments. They're also extremely resilient and have been known to survive falls from great heights, dog attacks, and even electrocution. So how have rats adapted to life in the city? Well, for one thing, they've learned how to take advantage of our infrastructure. In New York City, rats have learned to use the subway system to get around. They often travel in the early morning hours when the trains are less crowded. They also tend to travel on the uptown trains during the week and the downtown trains on the weekends, probably because people have different travel patterns. Rats have also learned to avoid the busiest stations, such as Times Square and Grand Central Terminal, likely because there is a lot of noise and activity there. Instead, they prefer to travel on the outer edges of the city where there are fewer people. Rats have also learned to cross the street safely, which is essential for them to be able to scavenge food from our garbage cans. They do this by using the same strategies that we use, looking both ways before they cross. They also tend to cross the street at the same places as us, such as at traffic lights or crosswalks. Of course, rats haven't just learned how to navigate our cities, they've also learned how to steal our food. Rats are attracted to high-calorie foods, such as pizza, cheeseburgers, and ice cream. They'll often steal food from our garbage cans or even our plates if we're not careful. To avoid having their food stolen, New Yorkers often take their garbage out at night or use animal-proof garbage cans. Some people even go as far as to keep their food in plastic bags inside of their homes. Rats have also learned to live alongside us in our buildings. They often make their homes in the basements or attics of buildings where they can find food and water. Rats can squeeze through small openings, so they often enter buildings through cracks or breaks in the windows. As you can see, rats have a lot of skills that allow them to thrive in our cities. They're intelligent, adaptable, and persistent, so it's no wonder that they're able to outsmart us humans sometimes. Now check out why Norway has an entire island of rats and mice, or watch this video instead.